Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Welcome back, my beloveds, my wonderful people, my RDC families, your girl Lex. And, I got to say it because it's been with me for a while, but coming at you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the Bible is always live. Oh, just want to say this. But if you all probably don't know because you're from so many different platforms, I want to say blessings, peace, happy whatever you celebrate any time of the year. Obviously, the first celebration should be thankfulness to God of all things. So I just want to say that I want to touch base with you all. I didn't go on the series of hashtag my heart reset journey. You'll probably be more likely to come across that because I'm going to be having a hashtag flip the frequency challenge. The real one. Okay, some real ones out here. And I've been going on TikTok lives lately, which has been my third time around so far. If you're hearing this, it might be number 9 or 6, wherever you come into. But I'm trying. And it's not just for that, but it is about getting the frequency out there, the message out there, the momentum of having that, and wherever else you meet me at. So without further ado, I just wanted to have a few minutes with you, literally. But I want to welcome everyone back, all the beautiful souls, to another powerful moment with the Real Double Dose channel, where transformation is truth and every scar becomes a story of God's glory. Okay, that's one thing we have to remember. Now, right now, I want to speak directly to the part of you that still wonders, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel so heavy? Why does it seem like I keep breaking, right? Lean in, okay, breathe. A little deeper than that, but because I need you to hear this with your whole spirit, okay? So you are not broken. And I just had this conversation on TikTok as well. I don't want to sound too cliche with the social medias, but that's what it's there for. You are becoming. So you're not broken, you're becoming. Because we live in a world that loves to diagnose you, label you, box you, and tell you what you're not. But God, remember that, God looks at the same places you've been wounded and says, like, I can use that. That's useful to me. What I can do, I can heal that. That scar is basically it's not your ending. It's your evidence. Yeah. So just remember that, when you say I've been through this or that, people are like, let me see your scar, or let me see your mugshot, or, it's kind of like they can believe it, but they just have to put that stamp on it. Oh, you can cook like that? You can throw down like that? Make me a plate. Well, you're gonna buy me the ingredients? Okay, let's not go there. But that's what it comes down to. It's not just, proof in a pudding. I say the pudding's been proof, but sometimes that's what it has to come. That scar is not your ending, it's your evidence. So let me say it again for the ones who've been fighting a silent battle. You are not broken. You are evolving into someone the old you prayed for. And I know you felt tired lately. I feel it. I know you question your worth, your direction, your purpose, and even your spiritual stamina, like a flex that just kind of went, like, what do you call those souffles that have to like stay up there, especially for MasterChef? They have to stay beautifully puffed up without and caving in, say. Because life will scar you. People wound you. Disappointments, will bruise places you didn't even know could hurt. And that hurts deep. But none of it means you're unworthy of rising. In fact, heaven does some of its greatest works in quiet, unseen places. In the nights where you laid awake holding yourself together, in the moments where you still showed up even with tears dried on your face, trust me, I know. In the seasons where God whispered, don't give up, I'm not done. And you know you're not. See, we aren't flipping a frequency to pretend we're perfect. Absolutely not. We're flipping the frequency to realign with what God has already spoken. There is a version of you that already exists in the spirit. That person is whole. That person is steady. That person is held and bold. That person is loved beyond comprehension. Everyone, listen to that. That person is loved beyond comprehension and is calling you forward. But to reach that person, you've got to release the lie that, well, basically, you're shattered in. Okay. Or release the lie for the fact of saying you're shattered, period. Okay, what you call brokenness is often just birth and a rebirth at that. What you call weakness is often just transition. And what you call falling apart is often just God removing what you were never meant to carry again. Otra vez and otra vez, over and over again. You are rising even when you don't feel it, though. You are healing even when the process feels hella slow. That's what we have to remember. I know my speediness, right? You are worthy even on the days your confidence fades away or fades in the deep shadows of where you are at the moment. And you are connected to God. Remember that. Even when your mind tells you he feels so far away, because God doesn't measure connection by how loud your prayer is. I mean, to be honest, he measures it by how open your heart is, right? And I heard a lady say the other day, she was on some short or whatever. She had said, she was speaking in the background. Somebody was sharing her video. I know it's like a duet stitch. I'm actually going to be doing those too, and I can't wait actually to be doing a duet and stitch because there's probably some cool stuff out there I'd like to elaborate on or see. But she has said, not just a church confinement, but people make it seem like, oh, and I'm looking for intimacy and knowing the history more so. But people are like, oh, I didn't read the Bible this week. I didn't do 20 prayers this week. But it's just a mantra. It's just like, oh, I didn't wash my butt today, or I didn't brush my teeth or whatever, or I didn't eat my food, or I didn't eat the same thing, or I don't know what it might be for you. I didn't put the gas in the car. I didn't comb my hair a certain way. I didn't put that certain perfume on for me. If I forgot to floss one more, I'm like, oh, I didn't floss this morning. Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing. It's almost like those things change our relationship with God. And even though God put them there as, and I'm starting to wonder about different things. TSMA is going to really burst open because there's a lot of questions I have that just don't make sense. And it comes from a perspective of how the Americas was taken over. And, one thing T.I. did mention is, to put doubt in people's heads. But I mean, somebody was saying that, like, how can you serve, it's just different things when it comes down to human brutality. But anyway, let's not get off topic here. The whole point is like it gets to that level to where it's not a mantra. It's not just that, oh, let me comb my hair, or let me make sure I put floss on, or let me make sure I did this today. If you skip it, it doesn't mean your body hates you. If you skip it, it doesn't mean that you're the worst person in the world. You know, it's a whole different thing. I'm not saying that skipping is right, but we need to learn how to connect with God because God is connecting with us. Like it's not just a, hey, Lord, let me read the Bible, let me do this. And the scary paradigm of that, if it was another level, I mean, to throw this out there for TSMA possibly, not to confuse you. I'll just keep that to myself. Tune in if you want to hear that. We'll see the paradigm shift of that. Although I want to keep it right here. I know it was a cliffhanger, like super bad, I know, but I have to because the message is not for me to throw that in here right now. I could get to that. But the point is God's just not a to-do list or a task list. God is always within you, but it's like you can't say, oh, God's with me. I can just do what I want. Yeah, but you need to connect with that. You need to acknowledge that. You need to give the gratitude that there is and be thankful for every little thing. Because even when I grumble or say something in the back of my mind, I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't. I hope this moment passes. So to give you what it is, you know, you are rising, and even when you don't feel it, you are healing. And even when the process feels slow, you are worthy. Even on the days your confidence fades, that's pretty much how it feels. And you are connected to God, no matter what it is. He measures it by how open your heart is. And your heart, my love, definitely has never stopped reaching. So this is the moment where we flip the frequency. All right. This is the moment we stop aligning with shame, guilt, regret, and limitations, hesitations. Okay. This is the moment we stop rehearsing old stories that no longer match who we are today or serve us. This is the moment we stand in our power and say, I'm not broken. Okay. Wounded or scarred, maybe. I'm becoming the person God always knew I could be, and I will be, and I am. And if life has been stretching you, if God has been rearranging things you thought were supposed to stay the same, if old pieces are falling away and new parts of you are emerging, good. That means the portal's open. You know what I mean? Like, that means the process is working. That means your spirit is remembering who you are. That, that's what it is. This right here is where your journey, okay, and where the journey into flip the switch challenge truly begins. Flip the frequency. Because this isn't just about motivation. This is about activation. This is about identity. This is about learning how to shift your inner frequency so you can walk in divine power, clarity, and alignment. And some people say, well, you're the oracle. You have special gifts come from God. Doesn't matter. God's also allowing that to be a flip for you. Trust me, it's not easy to walk in my shoes. Not many people's shoes is easy at all. Absolutely. But mine, whew, if I could trade it, I would for the suffering I've been through, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, for the experiences I've done, and the point that God chose me to do such things. How could I deny such an honor? I mean, it seems crazy when people will look at my life, even for the first several years, literally. But now that I look at it, I'm like, man, it was hell, like complete beyond Hades, purgatory at that point. But I'm like, even now, I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's just how it is. So, to get into that, I want you to say today, tomorrow, and beyond, right? You are not falling apart. You are falling open. You are not too damaged, right? You are deeply designed. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are not broken. You are becoming. So take a breath though, like place your hand over your heart, feel your pulse. That is purpose moving inside of you. That is God reminding you, I put you here for a reason. Walk with that today, tomorrow, and every moment moving forward. Rewind this and keep playing, okay? Stay in that today, that moment, this second, and let the world meet the version of you that refuses to shrink, refuses to apologize, and refuses to forget the truth of their divine worth. Because your healing, your glow up, your glow, your rise, your story, your footsteps will change someone else's life. And it starts right now. So this is your girl, Alexis T. All right, sending you love, clarity, and divine frequency your way. I hope I see you at the challenge. If not, it'll meet you down the road or just on the broadcast itself and anything else that's going to be opening up. Because, like I said before, it's all about to happen. It's already on its way. And as always, be the change. All right. Feel the passion and embrace the power of the Spirit. Be the light. And never forget when you embrace the power of the Spirit, you were never broken. Okay. You were always becoming. And that's the point of you flipping the frequency and flipping the switch so you can rewrite the script that God has ordained for your life. I love you. You're amazing. And I will be back with you. We will be back with you very, very soon.